Hello everyone, how's things? Okay, so as you can probably tell, today's talking point is going to be about this this Hamer Standard which I recently picked up, and I picked it up for a steal. It was very cheap. Got it from the Music Inn in Nottingham, and it was just hanging there. It's been hanging there like for months. It was just on the rack, and I don't know whether anybody else had sort of seen it, but may have been put off by the fact it's not an American Hamer. It's actually an Indonesian one. This one, it says XT on it here. Now when I found like one of the original American ones on Reverb, and the guy was asking like 23 grand for it, something stupid like that. So this was a lot cheaper than that. Yeah, I mean, I sort of traded some stuff in, and yeah. Shall I tell you how much I paid for it? Yeah, okay. I paid basically $299 for it, but I've actually taught you through like the specs anyway. I mean, it's quite a nice looking guitar. But that's not the main reason for getting a guitar. It's mahogany body with a maple top, and I believe this is a veneer. There's a bit of movement in it when you actually move it like this, so there is a bit of movement. There's one or two dings on it. Now it looks to be like a two-piece mahogany body. The neck, that's also mahogany, like with a scarf joint here where the headstock is. Also the American ones, especially like the older ones, the headstock is actually a bit longer. It's a bit more sort of banana shaped, but I don't mind this one. Sailor machine heads. It's got those alpha pots, and I had a check. That was one of the first things I did when I got it home. But those could be upgraded. However, it does look like these pickups may have been changed, because from the information I've seen, they normally have like the Hamer branding on them, and these haven't. But they do sound really nice. They have that sort of nice sort of PAF tone about them, which is great for clean stuff and for overdriven stuff. Rosewood fingerboard, so it's proper rosewood. Nice big frets. The fingerboard's been bound. These inlays are that sort of plastic material that you get on like Epiphones and whatnot, but that's all right. I mean, it's but it's really well finished. But actually, I mean, before I actually just give you some sounds, I mean, just listen to how resonant the thing is. You see, it's nice and a nice solidly built guitar, and and it rings out. That's always a good test of a guitar. It's like if you just play it unplugged, how loud is it? It's got one of those import style bridges, whereas like the original Hamer ones, because they were actually modelled after like vintage Gibsons, weren't they? They would actually be mounted straight into the body, so they would have that vintage mount. So it's not a deal breaker. The only thing I've done to it since I got home was to just change the pickup height, because they were very low. But I've sort of evened it out a bit more now. So like the layout here anyway, it's like neck volume, bridge volume, and the master tone. There's no coil tap on it, although I could fit one. But we just start on the neck. It was nice and clean tone. Mid setting. Roll down some of that top end. It's a very bright sounding guitar. But you could play funk on it if you wanted to. Yeah. I think the strings are 10s, so it's a bit heavier, but I don't mind that actually. Bridge pickup itself. Do you see how they got the pickups, whatever they are? They've got that nice sort of throaty PAF tone to them. I'm really curious to find out what they are, so I'm going to be doing that at some point soon. And when I know, I'll let you know. Let's go for some drives, shall we? So, try a neck pickup. Nice harmonically rich overdrive, mid setting. So you can actually play on the top end without any interference. I mean, I've got longer fingers, so I don't know if that makes any difference. But I mean, I can certainly play it higher up on this guitar, which is absolutely great. Bridge pickup is really good. Yeah, but it's good just for those like big sustain chords. It's still going, isn't it? So let me know what you think. I mean, I think I've sort of always been curious about that sort of Explorer shape. I mean, it goes back to like early Iron Maiden. They used to play those Ibanez Destroyers as well, which you can't seem to find these days. The ones that they used to play, and of course Eddie, Van Halen. I think he used to play Destroyer as well. And then for some reason, he decided to cut out whatever amount of wood was here, and then that became the Shark guitar. But apparently it didn't have much sustain, or didn't have as much sustain as it did. So I know that on those early Van Halen records he was playing like a guitar shaped like this. So a lot of those tones should actually be there. I know Rick Nielsen used one very similar to this, but that was one of the American ones, one of the first, I think it was maybe even the first Hamer one. Hamer as well. I mean, I know throughout the 80s, like Steve Stevens was using Hamer guitars. I know Gary Moore used a fair number of them as well, even if he wasn't like officially endorsed by them. But like for what I paid, it's not bad, and it would mean that I could actually just mod this, so it's so it's maybe not as cheap looking. I mean, you know what I mean. I could just change the pots and see what sort of switches in it. Maybe upgrade the tuners to lock-in tuners, something like that. Don't really need a lot doing to it. It came with a gig bag as well, which is also handy, because like trying to find like a hard case, that's going to be a whole other problem. But yeah, I thought you'd enjoy that. So please let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. Please consider subscribing. I'll watch you next time. I'll see you next time.